Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. The message I heard is because he's guilty. The scripture comes from Psalms 47. All you peoples, clap your hands, shout to God with cries of gladness. For the Lord, the Most High, the awesome, the great King over all the earth. He brings peoples under us, nations under our feet. He chooses for us our inheritance, the glory of Jacob, whom he loves. God mounts his throne amid shouts of joy, the Lord amid trumpet blasts. Sing praises to God, sing praises. Sing praise to our King, sing praise. For King of all the earth is God. Sing hymns of praise. God reigns over the nation. God sits upon his throne. The princes of the people are gathered together with the people of God, of the God of Abraham, for God's are the guardians of the earth. He is supreme. Okay, so here's the message. Okay, here's the message for somebody, for somebody, for somebody. God showed you who your enemy was, and you were confused about this. Okay, because this person seemed as though they were so kind, and they seemed as though they were so nice, and they put on this show as if they are so sweet, and they put on this show as if they are so innocent, just like randomly. Okay, like me having pigtails, like they act as if they're innocent. They act as if they are a certain way. But God is saying that the reason this person, for whoever you are dealing with this person constantly trying to put on this facade as if they are innocent. You are having to deal with this person going about telling people, oh, I didn't do anything. Oh, they're making stuff up. Oh, I don't know what they're talking about. And this person is constantly having to go about and defend themselves. God is saying the reason this person is so, like, this person is really bent on defending themselves. And God is saying the reason that they are so bent on defending themselves is because they are guilty. Okay. It's a difference between, like, if somebody is going about talking about me and going about, they got all these rumors going on and they going about, they doing all this stuff, I do not care. I do not care, because I know me. I know what I did, okay? And I know what kind of life I lead, okay? And anybody that want to come to me and try to tell me, oh, such and such said all these things about you, is it true? Is it true? Do you think it's true? If you think it's true, I don't think you know me that well, to be real, okay? To be honest. And I just feel like, it's coming from a standpoint, like, this is basically a situation where this person is really concerned because they are guilty. Okay, it's a difference between someone, even if you are the kind of person you defend yourself, if somebody is lying on you, eventually you just get to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm not arguing with you, because if I carry on arguing with you, then, like, you're just taking away my energy. You're just making me tired. You're draining me. And some people will do that. They will start an argument with you just to drain you. They will start an argument with you knowing good and well that they not telling the truth, knowing good and well they are lying, knowing good and well that you know what you know, you saw what you saw, or you are who you are. But they will, just start the argument with you to make you act up and to get you out of your element. And I've gotten to the place now where I know that people are like this. So I don't care. I don't care what you got to say, boo. I don't care how, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You can say whatever you feel about me. You can talk about however you want to talk about me. You know what I'm saying? You can feel how you feel. It is what it is. I know who I am, and I know what I did, and I know what I do, regardless if the camera is on or if the camera is off. I'm glorifying God. I love God, and I have a very close-knit relationship with him. And you know that it is what it is. God know, God saw. Okay, just like Susanna told the elders, like, yeah, y'all saying that nobody would see, nobody would hear, but God would see, God would know. And I'm more worried about what God is seeing and what God is hearing about me and what God knows about me than I am what man thinks about me. I don't care. Okay, I'm unbothered by that, unfazed by that. But God is saying that there's a person that is saying that they did not treat you the way that they treated you, or that regardless if you are regardless if you are in a position to where people are asking you, because I just feel like this is not a situation where you're going about gossiping about somebody. You are in a position to where you have either removed yourself from this person, and now this person is trying to pull you back to them, regardless if they are trying to reinitiate the relationship or if they are trying to reinitiate the friendship. They are going about telling people that they are trying their best and they're doing their hardest, and you are being very mean, or you're being very stubborn, or you're doing this and you're doing that. And people are coming to you like, hey, why are you doing this? Hey, what happened? And now you're in the position to where you could either say that it's none of their business and carry on this person carry on making you seem like this awful person, and you'll have to deal with all these people coming at you and asking you all these questions. Or you could simply say what the person did and ignore and just be like, I know this is what they did. I don't have time for that, and I'm not going to deal with that. Okay. And now this person is mad, and now they're saying, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Now they're saying you're lying, and now they're saying that's not true, and they're coming up with all these defense mechanisms to cover themselves up, and they're coming up with all these excuses as to why it's not true. And it's like, basically, this person is really bent on trying to get you to do what they want you to. And you have already removed yourself from them. You have left them in peace. You have left them alone. You don't want nothing to do with them. You don't have no time for whatever it is they have going on. And they are going about trying in a defense. They're in full-blown defense mode. Okay. And you have gone about in a completely unbothered mode. For some of you, you have gotten to a point where you are not even bothered with defending yourself. You at this point feel that there is no need for you to go about telling anybody what happened. And you know, it's a difference between keeping a secret and truly like having your business to yourself. Okay, some people feel like if you are not telling them every single aspect of your life, that you are being very sneaky, or you being very you're untrustworthy, or you have to be doing something wrong. But in reality, this is not the case with you. If it's not anybody's business, it's not anybody's business. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just being real. And I just feel like for whoever you are basically just trying to move on with you're carrying on with your life, regardless if this person is upset because what they intended, whatever it is they did to you, it was meant to hurt you. It was meant to tear you down. It was meant to destroy you, but it didn't. And they are upset and trying to figure out a way that they could get to you so they can destroy you again. And due to the fact that they cannot directly sweet talk you and swindle you into either being friends or being in a relationship with them, now they have went about it, and they're going to people that either know you, or are around you, and trying to use them in an attempt to get to you. But God says the only reason this person is doing all of this hard work is because they are guilty. They are guilty. They are guilty. They are guilty. God says whoever this person is guilty, 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 guilty. And they are coming off as if they mean you so much good, and they're coming off as if they love you, they cherish you, they care about you, and as if it's just they're just hurting at night and they can't sleep at night because y'all aren't friends anymore. But in reality, this person is angry because you found out whatever it is, and now you have separated yourself and you are happy. Okay, I was watching this video where this man, actually, he said that a woman told him this thing, but it's interesting that a lot of men, when they are trying to get with a woman or they're trying to be in a relationship with a woman, they think that they are competing against all of these top tier men, and they don't realize that they are actually competing against how a woman feels by herself. Okay, as a woman who is comfortable being alone, as a woman that likes my solitude, I like being by myself. I could go through a lot of time by myself and be perfectly happy. Okay, joyous. Y'all don't even at peace, and just be as content as you like. You wouldn't even imagine how content, happy, and peaceful. And for me, I'm not out here trying to date all these people, and I'm not out here even looking for anybody to date. I'm not out here trying to capture anybody's attention. None of that at all. And some men think that every woman is like thotty. Like there's some men that really think that every woman has like all these guys in her phone and she's messaging all these people on Facebook, Instagram, and she's just going at it and just wow. And he's thinking in his head, I gotta compete with all these guys. But for normal women, okay, women who follow Christ, women who are doing living in a way that God wanted us to, are not like that. And it's more so, are you I want to feel, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I want to feel as though I am not, I don't want to be in a position to where I am with you and feeling like I wish I was by myself. Okay, I'm gonna just say it. Like it was so hard to say. It was hard to say that because it's mean, but it's the truth. I do not want to be in a position to where we are together and I am sitting there wishing I was by myself. And there are some men that can make you feel that way. Yes, if a man is insisting on playing games all day instead of having a intelligent conversation, it is kind of like, I could be by myself doing this. Why am I here? It's very frustrating. It's like somebody that is constantly interrupted, or they got all these friends, and every time you're in the middle of trying to talk to them or you're trying to spend time with them, somebody is popping up interrupting what you have going on. I could be by myself. I could be by myself. If you're in a position to where you are forced to live with extra people that you don't want to live with, and your person is putting forth no effort for y'all to have your own place, or it's just, it could, I could do this by myself. And I just feel like, it's some situations that you feel like I could be by myself. Nobody wants to be in a relationship with somebody that is constantly cheating and constantly doing all this crazy. Like I could do bad by myself. I don't really, it's not like, for what? And I just feel like, even in friendships, I don't want to be friends with somebody and we can't go out without you getting in a fight. I could go out by myself and have a pleasant night and not have these problems. And it's not to say that I haven't had bad experiences, but those experiences were not, like, it didn't have to do with the way I was behaving at the club. It don't have anything to do with me just beefing with somebody at the club. It don't have nothing to do with me seeing somebody and being like, oh, I can't stand her, let me go and fight her at the club. It had to do with something else. But I'm just saying, like, it is very frustrating to be like, when you get to a point where you are completely comfortable with yourself, you love yourself, you are okay with yourself, and you are content being alone, and you decide that you are going to invite somebody into your space, and that person, instead of adding, regardless to if it's someone for you to talk to, regardless if you are helping them with their problems or they helping you with yours, okay, because it should be reciprocated. Okay, the energy should be reciprocated. If I can listen to your problems, you should be able to listen to mine. If you can't hang out with them without them going about gossiping and telling everybody your business, if you can't hang out with them without them feeling as though they have to put forth the effort, the time, effort, and energy to figure out who it is you was talking about so you can go and you could talk to them, or if it's a situation where this person they just feel like they got to tell everybody you concerned about whatever it is you went through, and they decide that they want to go and bring your enemies into the mix, or they want to tell your enemies where you going, and you should go up here, and you should. I don't have time. I don't have time for people that are making me feel as though I wish I was alone. And I just think that's like God is saying there is someone they are going about and they have all these defenses. They have come up with all these defenses. They have all these defenses. And from anybody's perspective, when they look at the situation, it would seem as though they had nothing to do with it. But for some reason, they feel as though when you tell what happened or when you talk about some kind of situation, they are coming up with all of these things and trying to say that it's not true, and they want to rebut everything you say, and they want to try to overshadow everything you say. God says this person is guilty. Regardless if they are guilty because they actually set up that situation, regardless if they are guilty because they had something to do with it, there is somebody, this person is guilty. And I feel like it is a situation where there is someone that is an enemy to you trying to put on a mask as if they are a friend to you. And then there is someone and you found out about them and you separated yourself from them. And they are now going to another person who is pretending to be a friend to you, that underneath that smile, they are an enemy to you. And this person is going about trying to get your enemy close to you. And, it's God is saying that all of these people are guilty. And I know it can be confusing, but for whoever this message is for, you will understand. You'll understand. So this is your situation. There is somebody you separated from this person because God showed you their true colors. God showed you what they had going on, and you separated away from this person. And there is somebody else that is a friend to you. You look at them as a friend. You look at them as somebody that is close to you, somebody near and dear. I hear this person is going about trying to get you back attached to this enemy. And both of them have been going around rebutting everything that you have explained. And at this point in time, God is saying, be unbothered. Like, regardless, like, it doesn't matter. And in reality, you do not owe anybody an explanation as to why you have separated from them. If you are an adult, even if you are a teenager, even at a child, if you decide you don't want to be friends with nobody no more, can't nobody make you be their friend. Nobody can force you to be friends with somebody you don't want to be friends with. Nobody can force you to be in a relationship with somebody you don't want to be in a relationship with. And you really don't owe any of these people an explanation. You don't. They didn't explain to you why they decided to do what they did. So why do you have to explain to them why you don't want to be friends anymore? And that's just real. That's like the truth. God is saying every time this part, like there is someone, they keep coming and asking you why. And they're coming and asking you for an explanation. They're coming and they want more information on why so that they can figure out a way to twist it around so that they can make it seem as though, like God said, you don't have time for that mess. You don't have to be friends with nobody you don't want to, period. You don't have to be in a relationship with somebody you don't want to, period. You don't owe anybody an explanation as to why. You are not being sneaky. You're not being, it's not like you're being thotty. And, for the relationship people, this is somebody, they believe that the only way you could possibly not want to be next to them is if there is somebody else in your arms. But in reality, you are in Christ Jesus' arms, and that's it. You are in a position to where you prefer to be by yourself than to be with them. And that's what it is. You prefer your own company than you do to having them there. Because when you're with them, you feel like, I wish I would be by myself. I wish I was just by myself. I wish I would have just stayed by myself. You feel as though like this, like it doesn't matter. Like in reality, regardless, you found out all this information about them. You may have, if this is a relationship, you found out this person was cheating on you. You saw it with your own eyes. You heard the mistress or misters talking about you. You know what was going on. And in reality, you don't owe nobody an explanation because they didn't give you an explanation as to why they cheated. They didn't ask you permission to cheat on you. They didn't ask how you felt about it. And if they did, you 9 out of 10 told them that you're not okay with that. And guess what they did? They proceeded to cheat anyway. So why do you owe them an explanation as to why you don't want to be around them? You don't. Why do you owe them an explanation as to why you are no longer interested in them? You don't. They didn't owe you an explanation. They didn't give you an explanation as to why they felt like they had to lay down with somebody else. So why do you owe them an explanation for not being with them no more? You don't. God says this person is guilty, and their guilt is showing through their excessiveness, their excessive need to go about telling people all these things, their excessive need to rebut everything you say, their excessive need to try to fight and go back and forth with you, their excessive need for you to get off of your high horse and come back down to earth and go like that. That's what they own. That's what they own. That's what they own. They own this. They feel as though you think that you're better than them, or you think this, you think that, and in reality, that's not even what it is. In reality, this person was trying, like they made you feel like you were, I hear God saying captured in a prison. Like this person did not make you feel the way that you feel alone. And they think that they're in competition with some big baller. They feel like they're in competition with some handsome person. They think they're in competition with some beautiful model or something like that. But in reality, whoever this is for, this person ain't in competition with nobody. They are in competition with the way that you feel when you are alone versus the way you felt when you were with them. They are in competition with the loyalty that you give yourself versus the loyalty that or the lack thereof that they gave you. That's what they in competition with. But they don't want to accept that. They got to come up with any and every excuse that is different. They got to figure out different kinds of ways. They are going out of their way trying to figure out a way to make you the bad guy. Let them, if that's what they want to do. Because in reality, you don't owe anybody no explanations. You do not owe any explanations to anyone. You do not have to sit down and explain to nobody why you decided that you are not interested in somebody anymore. It's really none of their business. In reality, it's none of their business. In reality, they probably got more. They got their own stuff going on that they really need to be worried about, but they don't want to worry about that. They rather try to figure out what's going on with you. And God said, that's not, like, you don't have to explain this to nobody. You do not have to explain this to nobody. That's the message. That's the message. That's the message. God said he saw. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. In my book, as long as God saw, God know what happened. You know what happened. And that's like, this is honestly 2/3 of the people in a relationship as is. And in reality, the person that is guilty know what happened too. They just don't want other people to know the truth. And that's fine. If they don't want anybody to know the truth, they don't want to live in their truth, that's their business. But baby, you don't owe them no explanation. They know. They know. They can act as lost and confused as they want to. But they know what's going on. They know what's going on. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.